Aloha guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrappin' 2, and today I'll be making a card for both Simon Says Stamp Wednesday Challenge, Have a Heart, and the Inky Paws Challenge, Use a Heart Shape. So I'm going to make one card for both challenges, and here I have some things pre-prepped already. I have a lot of these fun foams that I cut out. This is leftovers from my Christmas shaker ornaments that I made, and I have a bunch of them left over, so I'm going to use this to make a shaker card. So the stamp set that I used here is a Newton's Nook Flirty Flamingos, and I cut out this oval using the Stampin' Up's oval framelets. You can use any oval, but that just happened to match up the fun foam that I cut previously. So here I have these already stamped and cut using my Scan and Cut, and I colored one, and I'll be coloring the other with you guys. And here I have a background already pre-prepped as well. This is using the Stampin' Up's stamp set Sheltering Trees here. So I use those, and I use my watercolor crayons, and I created this scenery. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is wet the stamp and then add the crayons and then stamp it. And I used some different colors to make that multicolored leaf looking thing. And I sponged the ground. Excuse me. But the bottom portion is not going to show up anyways because it's going to get covered up by the flamingo's legs. So just the top area is going to show up. Here I have a small heart stamp. It's from one of the Lawn Fawn sets, and I'm going to be stamping some hearts on this tree. And I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Schoolhouse Red stamp ink. And I'm going to just stamp a whole bunch of hearts on this tree, kind of making it like a heart tree. So I'm going to finish doing that. And even the sponged edges is not going to show up. So that was when I was kind of playing around with my crayons. See, so only like the top portion of the tree is going to show up because the flamingos are going to stay like this. So now let's color the flamingos. I'm using 4 different colors. I'm using R81, R83, R85, and RV34, I believe. So I'm going in with the R85 and kind of make my areas where I want it to be darker. I always start with my darkest, and then here I'm kind of outlining it again and bringing the colors out just a little bit more using my R83, and then I'm going to color the entire thing using R81. So I kind of go back and forth to achieve the look that I want. And for the wings, or I don't know if they're called wings, but that's where I use the RV34 as well. So I colored, I'm coloring both the flamingos the same way. This is a super sweet stamp set. Their necks kind of form like a heart shape. I think that is super cute. So now that I have them ready, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And then I'm going to attach the acetate to the front portion. But before that, I'm going to use the Simon Says Stamp Heart background stamp. And I'm going to lightly stamp the front panel of that card. So I'm using a really light crayon. This is kind of like a light pink, and this is how I'm using it. So I'm wetting this stamp with my 1-inch flat. It's just water. This stamp hasn't been used. This is the first time, and this is the first impression that I got. So as you can see, I kind of rub the crayons all over. And then I'm going to lightly just put this card front on it and rub it. That right there, that piece is not a watercolor paper. It's just a regular white cardstock. But it's not gonna be like super soaked or anything, so it's okay to use a regular cardstock. As you saw, I didn't get an impression at the top, so I kind of went back and just kind of pressed it a little, because as you can see, the hearts are not all identical anyway. So it gave a really subtle impression, and I'm going to leave it like that. Because there's a lot of things that's going on in the background, I didn't want the front to kind of overwhelm that. So I'm gluing down the flamingos now, kind of adjusting where I want them. And I'm just using my Tombow multi-glue. And I didn't really press it down yet because I kind of wanted some wiggle room. As you can see, their necks kind of form like a little heart. I think that's so pretty. So that's how it's gonna look. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the back piece. Here I'm using my ATG to attach the acetate. And the acetate doesn't come off of the cardstock. I had no problem with it coming off, because I've made a lot of shaker cards. It's so fun. So this is where I cut the top off a little bit. And then now I'm attaching the foam piece. And I'm going to attach it to the front panel. And I'm using my wet glue, just lining it up. So once this the glue dries on the foam, nothing is going to come out of it. I've never had issues with things falling out. But here I'm putting some confetti, and I don't want to put too much because I don't want to cover up their faces, or I don't want to cover them up too much. Because last time when I made the shaker card with the cat from Gerda Steiner Designs, I put a little bit too much confetti, and it was covering up the cat's face, and I didn't like that. And I didn't want it to cover up the background as well. And because these are all flat, that one foam is okay, and it still moves around a lot. If I was to use regular sequins or larger seed beads, and I would double it up. So here I have a really dark pink cardstock that I embossed using this Cuttlebug folder. And I don't know what the name is because I threw away the packaging and I bought this so long ago. But it has like little flowers and little hearts and swirls, and it's really pretty. And I attached it. As you can see, it's flat, so it moves around quite well without covering them up. And I'm going to attach it a little bit slanted like so. And then I have that love you heart that I stamped. It's like a heart, like a flowery heart stamp, and then I just stamped love you sentiment on top of it, and I punched it out using my heart punch. And that's going to go right at the right bottom corner. And this basically finishes up my card. Here I'm putting some foam adhesive right there where the heart is going to kind of hang down. So this is it. I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more inspirations and ideas. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot that I attached some of these glitter hearts that I punched out. Some of them I cut using the Simon Says stamp die, and some of them I punched out, but it's out of red glitter cardstock. So here I'm trying to look for different sizes. And then I'm going to place those. And I'm just using my liquid glue, Tombow. I won't be making too much Valentine's cards. I don't normally make a lot of like holiday cards or different occasions cards because I normally like to just make a lot of birthday cards, thank you cards, and something that I would use or the person that I give a gift to would be able to use. So now it finishes up my card. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.